August 1st here in Tampa. Hope everybody enjoyed last night's blue moon. Won't see that again until 2018. Anyway, just doing a quick tour here. Got a, right out the door, a Bailey's Marvel Mango right there, but right next to it's this Beverly. Of course, the squirrels make their havoc. Got this little trap, caught a possum in it and relocated him. But anything in the front yard, squirrels get most of them. But you can see these Beverlys are big. Supposedly a late season variety. Probably got just a few mangoes out of this Beverly here. Have to keep that trimmed, keep the tree line low. Got a few star fruit. This is their Arkin or a Shrieking Bangin'. Got one of each side by side. Don't remember which one I planted where 21 years ago. And then here's my Queen Palm. Paid $10 for it at Kmart, and just it's gone strong ever since. Back up here, starting the tour from the front yard. You can see that was on up. Figs, kind of shove those in everywhere. Nice little fig there. And have plumerias planted throughout the yard. Acquired mostly in Maui and a few in Oahu. Except for one, which is a red that I got from a member of the org down in Bradenton. See little red ones there. These are some coconut palms planted from coconuts I got from my uncle in Key West. Just a few little, shoved them throughout the yard. This is a mat of Rajapuri. I'm going to probably relocate those to the backyard. And this is an orange quat, which is a cross between a kumquat and an orange. No fruit going on it much right now. They're pretty small. See one. It's a black sapote. And this is a sugar apple. See a few of those throughout the yard. This tour is starting in the front. Usually I start in the back. You can see our Royal Poinciana. Wife planted that from a seed pod. Found the seed pod in Key West. This one actually froze completely to the ground 4 or 5 years ago. You can see a bloom on it there. It's starts blooming in May. But I've had to shape this one to keep it out of the road. So I've developed a single stem and kind of just shape those up, and you can see where do the cuts with a really sharp knife saw. They heal up pretty good. Next to it's what's supposed to be an Inga edulis ice cream bean. Again, this froze completely to the ground and it's come back with 2 years of really hard freeze. And then here's another one of those coconut palms from my uncle, and another one there. Go in the backyard here. See, there's a traveler's tree. I had one that was 25 feet tall, and we had those 2 freezes back to back. This was a pup that came out of the dead stuff. Man, what a mess. And there's another pup. Hopefully these will grow up. I need to kind of trim this guy back a little. This is a centennial kumquat. Those variegated fruit. And it's a bay leaf tree, Laurel nobilis. A lot of people like cooking those bay leaves. And then this is Ponderosa lemon. Can't quite do lemons the way they do them in California. They call that a Florida pie lemon. And this is the trailer park avocado growing over the fence line. It's one that I dug up from this trailer park that they were tearing down to build a housing development. This is the ylang ylang. He had some freeze damage and then kind of did that split trunk. But you can see it's full of blooms. That is very nice smell. Kind of try and keep this turned back a little. Go into the gate. And then there's a dwarf red. Feel bad for the brethren in all the drought states, because I can tell you it has been a deluge daily here. Unbelievable much rain. So again, you can see the ylang ylang coming over the fence and some more of those blooms. Sugar apples and some other stuff, figs. There's another sugar apple. Let's see some fruit on that guy. There's I don't know, 5 different figs. This one actually stays white when it ripens. Got my little guardians of the fig here. These things are so small. Stung me right on the tip of the nose before I even saw them. They're not very aggressive. Unfortunately for them, their nest is tied into this banana leaf. Here's some lemongrass taking off like crazy. And this is a Miguel avocado. This thing got some pretty good size to it. Those big Florida avocados. It's had a few, trying to limit it. It's a pretty small plant. Another view of those dwarf reds intermingled with some huamoas. Right here, got a potogo. Everybody likes those little ping pong ball shaped fruit. Get a little look there. Cut the blooms off. Gave them to my cousin because he has a sulcata tortoise. And that tortoise just loves to eat those banana blooms. Coming around here, this is a second set of potogo. You can see one there, and then panning over here, you can see the stem on the other one. This is Orinoco. Kind of just left that dragon fruit out of control. Walking through some kind of spider web here. Take a closer look to this trailer park avocado. These are massive, huge avocados. They're very immature right now, but when they get going, they're, you know, easily triple that. You can see there's quite a few in this tree here, all around. And again, trimming is key. You can see how well that's healed up. You want a nice cut, very sharp blade, flush with the trunk. Keep these guys healthy and the bugs out. And you can see a nice piece of fruit. This is some type of thea somebody gave me. I don't remember. I think it was misidentified anyway. It's always not easy. This is a Lula avocado, which last year was loaded, and this year not one piece of fruit. Here's the tropical clumping black bamboo. I'll mispronounce it, but if I were to pronounce it the way I thought it's spelled, it's like Achlovecchia. I'm sure somebody can tell you a better spelling. When that gets ripe, it kind of gets black. And it's just kind of overgrown, like everything here. This is Ibn Musak, which has the green bananas that are ripe, and this is a Coquette avocado. Now that's a good avocado. In my opinion, as good as you'll get, but the Californians will refute that because they like the Wheeler avocados. But it's kind of like, do you like Maine lobster or do you like Florida lobster? Different species, different attributes. There's another Coquette. Let's see. This is a mango that my wife planted from the seed pod. Actually bloomed this year, but did not have any fruit. But this one you have to keep short, close. Walking through here, I don't think anyone needs to be told what this is. Let's see what that is. Here's a nice monkey finger coming up on this guy. Just look at the bloom on that. The shape of those fingers. There's a really good picture of Don Chafin they had on their Going Bananas website for a long time. Up, up, up. Another plumeria. This is a Florida plum, which isn't much to anybody from a plum state. They're tiny, but they're awesome. Wife loves them. Here's another seedling avocado. It's not borne fruit. Oh, here's a good view of praying hands. Let's see. This one's shorter than normal because I kept cutting it off. They're just too big, you know. Thinking of boating that one off the island, it's just too big. There's a Mysore, taller than Praying Hands because I kept shortening it. And then here's a raceme of those Ely Elys. See the trademark black trunk on it. There's some guavas. You can see it's pretty loaded. And this is, they're just all over the place. This is another dwarf red. This just came out of the compost pile. Just kept throwing pieces back. They just keep coming up. This is ice cream next to it, which I keep wanting to get rid of, but for some reason I can't. And this is Calamandan, really tart little citrus. You see a few pieces on the ground. My neighbor's got a tree, and I just took a little sprig and stuck it over here, and this is what it is now. Another shot of that monkey finger. Walking back through here, there's a miracle fruit. Got Delicioso Monastero. Not too who's familiar with that. I think I saw somebody had some pictures on that, but you can see some good fruit on that. I can tell you, those are good. You get them ripe. I have to give my neighbor some fruit. It's his fence. You can just see it's just been a deluge of water here for. There's just water everywhere. It just has been raining like non-stop. I can tell you we've had plenty of years of drought. There's the miracle fruit. Here's another Monastero. Delicioso. I can tell you, I want to walk through this guy. Again, there's a rosy gold mango. This is a Brogden avocado, which every time somebody sees one of these, they go, oh yeah, that's the California one. Because when they are ready to go, like this baby, they're black, but it's smooth. Anyway, so there's a few up here. Another one, you know, not very good camera angle here. You can kind of see this praying hands right through there. Now, I know I'm not going to say it right, but got a request from Mushtag on a crew. And you can see, you know, this is just, I just shoved it in next to the playground. It's not real small, but it's definitely a distinctive plant. Those deep reds. And here's a pup. You know, just not a very big mat. You can see, very colorful. Another shot of the Brogden. I'll back up here. This is one of the first trees I ever planted. Is a tamarind tree. It's not done well between the frosts and the hurricanes. Oh, son of a gun. Yep.